TITUS O'NEIL, baby, come on. What was that? TITUS O'NEIL! I have been fucking cracking up for the last half an hour at least, maybe more. Somebody tell me, what was TITUS O'NEIL's entry in this Rumble? Because whatever it was, from then on, I keep replaying this motherfucking thing in my head, guys. TITUS O'NEIL! What the fuck was that? He didn't just trip and fall. That would have been bad enough. This motherfucker went through the ring apron. He fucking disappeared under the What the fuck is that? I was cracking up anyway, but the WWE, you knew Vince McMahon was having a ball with this. Kevin Dunn's having a ball with this. Everybody backstage is probably having a ball with this. So WWE goes and replays it 7 more times, man. I couldn't take anything serious after that. We had some good shit too. Shane McMahon trying to steal the fucking show. Daniel Bryan did steal the fucking show. If it wasn't for Titus, actually. Titus stole the show. Daniel Bryan would have been right there. 100 and fucking... what was it? 76 minutes, right? An hour and 16 minutes and 5 seconds. Dan Bryan. That fucking Rumble had a little bit of fucking everything. And TITUS O'NEIL, where the fuck did he go? He was just coming down the aisle. I could have sworn I saw him. And then he just disappeared. I thought I was seeing shit. Like Corey, so who was it? Fucking Michael Cole. Michael Cole had to ask Corey, where the fuck did he go? Did I just see that? And Corey goes like, yes, can we please move on? Let's move on. Because he didn't want it reshown, but not with Vince McMahon. We were going to reshow that shit. I had to make sure that I saw that shit. TITUS O'NEIL, he's gone and he Titus was gone. That was fucking awesome. If you think that's the last I'm going to speak about this, you're probably wrong. Because I'll get to the Royal Rumble a little later. First I want to get to all the other matches, guys. 9 other matches, actually. 7 other championship matches. I'm getting choked up now, man. I have been fucking legit LOLing for the last 30 plus minutes. I need the entry of TITUS O'NEIL because whatever it was through entry number 50 and beyond. It's fucking unreal. This is usually called the good, the bad, and the ugly. But right there, it was great. It was great. It was a greatest Royal Rumble because of TITUS O'NEIL. TITUS O'NEIL just made this fucking event epic. I can't remember the last time I laughed that fucking hard, man. That didn't involve like 10 of my good buddies at a bar somewhere. I mean, that was just legit laughter. I mean, I can't even fucking tell you guys. That was just awesome. That was legit, man. It was already great. There's nothing I can do here that would be like bad, good. I'll still tell you what I felt was good and bad and if there was ugly, but the fucking thing was great because of Titus. Let's start, guys, from the fucking beginning, though, if you will, on this good, the bad, and the ugly. And this was, who was it? John Cena and Triple H kicked off this whole event. Badass, you say, right? And I say, absolutely. We don't need build to this. This is Cena and this is Triple H we're talking about. 2 fucking legends in their own right. Future Hall of Famers for sure. Michael Cole said something like they're seemingly... future Hall of seemingly my ass. It's Triple H and John Cena. Get the fuck out of here. That's the way you kick off this event. 2 top stars from yesterday still rocking it today, seeing who still has it. And first, I would put a good in the column of fireworks. Now I know why there's been no real fireworks the past year other than WrestleMania. And that's because Vince McMahon was hoarding them all. He was hoarding them all, and he was saving them all for the greatest Royal Rumble, because there was so much fucking pyro going off on this event, you could have had a whole year's worth for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown that we didn't see. So now I know where all the pyro went. It all went to this event. I mean, you didn't just have in the stadium, you had outside the stadium, and I'm talking like Disney World type pyro, man. Actual fireworks. Not just legit WWE pyro. No, fireworks were fucking catapulted all around Saudi Arabia, man. All around the fucking stadium. It was amazing. So fireworks are, that's why I tell you guys, something as little as fireworks. I harp on that because that gets people excited. We all know that. Why do you think people go to Disney World and stay there till 10 o'clock at night? It's to see the fucking fireworks. Obviously, they mean something. Why do people get all rowdy before a sporting event like WWE? Extra rowdy because they know the fireworks are coming. It's anticipation, and then the fireworks hit, and then you know you're somewhere special. When these shows start without the fireworks, and then you show the Attitude Era when the fireworks were going off, or even fucking 2 years ago when fireworks were going off, look at the level of interest at the beginning of the shows. Fireworks mean a lot. So, I know I just harped for 2 minutes about fucking fireworks, but it was really cool to see a wrestling show with a shitload of fireworks, man. Pyro, fuck yeah. Burn it down, baby. So the fireworks get their own fucking good. Cena and Triple H, I feel, had a good match anyway. But this match is going to get a good in the good column because the closing sequence for John Cena and Triple H was brilliant. You had John Cena do the attitude adjustment and then literally gets him into a catapult situation, catapulting Triple H, a slingshot, into the turnbuckle. And then immediately after Triple H hits the turnbuckle, turns around into a second attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3, Cena wins the match. I would have preferred Cena continuing this losing streak till about SummerSlam, and then have the epic win, and then have your turnaround. Because Cena's been losing all these big matches. All of this was just to win at Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. It doesn't make sense to me, but fuck it, man. The match was good. The ending sequence was really fucking good. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a good. So that was a good way to kick off this Greatest Royal Rumble. Then you went into match number 2. This was Kalisto versus Cedric Alexander in Cedric's Cruiserweight Championship. This match was actually good. I mean, just to show you guys, I don't just frown upon cruiserweights. I don't mind cruiserweights at times. There's just times for them. And there's times that cruiserweights should not be on a certain program or a certain card. This was a good placement for them. And they delivered. And Kalisto, Cedric Alexander won the match. Good for him. Do good things with that championship. Kalisto needs to be going on to bigger and better things anyway. Kalisto is so fucking amazing in that ring. He does not belong in the cruiserweights. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sorry, actually. He reminds me of Rey Mysterio. And I know, when I say that, a lot of people go, he's nothing like Rey Mysterio. And I always used to agree. I'm like, I know, I'm not comparing, guys. Because I hold those old-timers near to my heart, too. And I'm like, there's no way he's near. But if you think about it, we're all wrong. Because he is like Rey Mysterio. How the fuck is Kalisto's talent not at Rey Mysterio's in Rey Mysterio's prime? Go ahead. I'll sit here. I'm waiting. You can't think of shit. Kalisto is, maneuver-wise, is easily better than Rey Mysterio, actually. Because the business has changed. They're doing shit that Rey Mysterio didn't even think of back in the day. And now Rey Mysterio can't perform it because of his injuries. And he's, getting older. So maneuver-wise, Kalisto is definitely better. But Rey Mysterio always had that sportsmanship and that persona and those mannerisms that made him, that set him apart, even with his size. But yes, Kalisto doesn't have all that fully like Rey Mysterio. But maneuver-wise, again, Kalisto is better. So I don't give a fuck, man. We can compare to Rey Mysterio all we want. It doesn't matter. He reminds me of a Rey Mysterio. He can carry his own weight, literally, even if that's not a lot of weight. I feel he should be playing with the big boys. Fuck this cruiserweight shit. Kalisto is a show stealer. Put him with the big boys on that main roster. Don't have him fiddle around with a cruiserweight championship and shit. He can't even win that? I call bullshit. Awesome job by Kalisto and Cedric, but Kalisto stole that match. That was in the good column for sure. Match number 3, we went into a huge tag team championship match for me anyway. One of my, if not my favorite tag team in WWE right now, and that is Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. And they were taking on the Bar for the vacant tag championships. Vacant because we had a 10-year-old win the championships at WrestleMania. And nobody thought, maybe he's got school that'll make him not defended. Nobody thought, maybe he's never had a fight in his life. Maybe he's fucking 10 or 12 years old in fucking preschool or elementary school or middle school. Nobody thought about any of this shit. No, let's just ring the bell and let's have fucking Nicholas be in the match. And then 24 hours later, everyone's like, oh, wait a second, that doesn't make sense, does it? So now it's fucking vacant for a month. But no longer, because Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt defeat the Bar. We have new tag team champions. Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt. Fucking epically done, man. The match itself, subpar. Obviously left a lot more to be desired. Not super interesting at all. I totally understand that. But when it's all said and done, it's Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt as a unit collecting the tag straps. So there's no way I'm putting that in the bad. That was fucking good for me. Match number 4, we saw Jeff Hardy, the United States champion, taking on Jinder Mahal. This match is going into the good column because there's nothing there to put it into the bad. Just like the Hardy and Wyatt in the bar match, there could have been more. There could have been more, left a lot more to be desired, just like the match beforehand, again, the tag match. But Jeff Hardy and Mahal went out there and it put on the performance that it needed to, at least. Again, it didn't exceed any expectations. Don't know if it met it or not. But it did what it was supposed to do, and that was to take out Jinder Mahal once and for all, which is apparently is what Vince wanted to do, and a lot of fans wanted that to happen too, even though I'm a Jinder Mahal fan. I know a lot of fans wanted him put out to the pasture once and for all. That looked like it did it, guys. This was pretty clean 1, 2, 3. And it also did the job of making Jeff Hardy look like the absolute owner of that United States champion. This is not a fluke. I think that match, that was pretty dominant for Jeff Hardy. That was to make Jeff Hardy look like that was not a fluke. He is going to go on with that championship. Might even last all the way through SummerSlam, or at least 2 SummerSlam. So again, nothing bad to put that in the bad, nothing near ugly. So this is going into the good as well. Jeff Hardy defeats Jinder Mahal rather cleanly and keeps that United States championship. Match number 5 was the Usos defending. The Usos taking on defending champions, the Bludgeon Brothers. Just like the 2 matches beforehand, this was also subpar. This also left a lot more to be desired. But there was nothing, again, to put this in the ugly or the bad. This is going to go into the good because it did its job. At the very end of this, the Bludgeon Brothers did look dominant. I felt the Usos should have been beaten a little sooner, but they wanted the Usos to go out there and showcase their talents. I feel that diminishes the star quality and star power of the Bludgeon Brothers, though. So you're kind of sacrificing one team to make another team look pretty good, and in the end, that other team that you were trying to make look good still lost. I feel you keeping track with me here? I think the Bludgeon Brothers should have been a little more dominant, won this a little quicker. But at the end, they did look dominant. The match did what it was supposed to do, further the Bludgeon Brothers. So, I'll put it in the good, man. It's almost, that was a borderline pity good. But I'll put it there. That was match number 5. Match number 6, we had a Intercontinental Championship ladder match, Fatal 4-Way. This was The Miz, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins. The end of this match was pretty cool. I saw Finn Balor going up the rings trying to get the strap. Rollins comes out of nowhere, springboards himself onto the ladder, and we don't just tussle for a couple of minutes. 50-50 yee-haw seesaw type shit. No, this was Rollins springboard onto the ladder, runs up like a fucking cheetah, grabs the strap. At one point, I thought my amplified booking was going to come true. I thought Balor was going to grab one hand and Seth Rollins was going to grab the other. And they both weren't going to let go and nobody knew who won. But it was Rollins who just totally went right over Balor, grabbed that shit. Liked it. This is going in the good just because of that fucking ending. Rollins just comes literally like an RKO. Rollins comes out of nowhere, runs up like a cheater, grabs that shit, and Balor's like, what the fuck just happened? Where the fuck did you come from? So, like the matches beforehand, I did actually expect a little more. This is the one match I actually had higher expectations. Didn't feel they were met, nowhere near that. But, served its purpose with a really cool ending. Kind of like the Cena Triple H thing, match. At least that was actually good. But the end of that match really set it over the top for me. Same thing with this IC strap match. They didn't really fuck around like they usually do at the end. This was Seth Rollins hopping over Finn Balor, taking that shit. This is mine. Thank you. Oh, did you think you were going to get... No, little bit. You can go home. This is my shit. Thank you. Rollins just put everybody to bed. That was match number 6. We went into an intermission, and actually the intermission was a little sooner than a couple of these matches, actually. We had an intermission because that is a moment of prayer. Usually, a lot of wrestling events have an hour intermission, but they settled on a 15-minute intermission. That's, again, in Saudi Arabia. They do it's accustomed to do prayer. So there was an intermission. We had some interviews. We went back to the kickoff panel. That was cool. It kind of reminded me of old school WWE events. I'm talking like the 80s and into the 90s where they used to do intermissions, actually, and that would get you excited for the second half of the program. So I was okay with that. They also did a little segment with the finalists. They were like Saudi Arabia tryouts, and these were the like 4 or 5, I think it was 4, maybe 5, we'll say 4, finalists. And they were interrupted by the Davari brothers, and the Davari brothers just pretty much got taken out by these finalists. So it was more of a cooler moment for Saudi Arabia, but even for me watching at home, it was it was a cool segment away from all the matches, all of that type of action. It was a different type of a segment, different type of action, so that was also good. Match number 7 was the WWE Heavyweight Championship, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. I like this, and this is going to the good because it was way more intense than their WrestleMania match. Way more intense than their WrestleMania match, guys, and that's what I wanted to see. In fact, there's even more that they can do in that ring. More to be desired, but a huge step up from their WrestleMania match. Now, this ended in a double countout, but I'm actually okay with that because this actually helps prolong this feud even better. Because I said Shinsuke takes it right now, takes the championship, and then you have the rubber match. But doesn't that mean it's pretty much ended in their next match? You can actually prolong this now straight through SummerSlam. If the story keeps being epically told, and I love the way the story's being told right now, especially what it's doing for Shinsuke Nakamura, it's doing wonders for him in this new heel character. So keep this going. Now you don't even need to think about the rubber match yet because AJ Styles won the first match. Again, we're not counting New Japan Pro Wrestling, just their WWE matches. AJ Styles won the first one at WrestleMania. Their second one was a no contest, really. It was a double count out, so we didn't have a winner. So now the next time they meet, Styles can take the championship, and now we can have the rubber match for a fourth match. See what I'm saying? So if you want to prolong this into the summer, this was the best way to do it. And again, this match, better than their first one around at WrestleMania. So I fucking liked it. For me, it wasn't as good, nowhere near as good as their New Japan Pro Wrestling match. But as far as under the WWE umbrella and that WrestleMania match, this match blew that out of the water. Really good by Styles and Nakamura. Interesting to see where they go from there. Because I believe they're just going to stick together like glue. Match number 8, we saw the burial of Rusev Day. R.I.P. to Rusev Day, 2018-2018. Yes, they had a long, okay, maybe not a long run at all. They had a few month reign. But, Undertaker, Rusev Day, this is obviously going in the good because it's the fucking Undertaker on a Friday afternoon. The Undertaker showing up at a pay-per-view. I mean, come on, that's goosebumps. That's fucking awesome. How many Friday afternoons we get to catch a WWE pay-per-view and The Undertaker's coming down to the ring for competition? Fuck yeah! That's awesome, man. Undertaker, Rusev actually made this a longer match. But in the end, Rusev got thrown into a casket for his efforts. And to add insult to injury, just like I had in my Amplified booking, Aiden English got tombstone straight to fucking hell. That was a nasty looking tombstone. And Aiden English got thrown on top of Rusev. So poor Rusev not only gets thrown in a casket, he then gets another human body thrown on top of him. He gets the casket shut, and he gets rolled away. Not exactly the push Rusev thought he was going to get when Rusev Day started getting fucking big, right? Poor Rusev, man. Bury me softly? Not quite. He gets thrown in and gets another human body on top of him and then gets fucking pushed away. Poor Rusev. You gotta feel bad for him, man. Rusev Day has just been an epic failure, an epic disaster. But that was it, man. You were not gonna have Undertaker lose that match, obviously. Undertaker stays in the ring. His music's blasting, and Saudi Arabia is showing their adulation. That was really fucking cool. Brock Lesnar defending his Universal Championship strap on match number 9, and that was against Roman Reigns, obviously, inside of a steel cage. This is going into the fucking bad. This would be the only thing, I believe, that would go into the bad on this whole event. Is the match was just Superman punches, spears. Was there some F5s? I believe there was at least one, but F5s, I think there was more than one. This was just that, man. They didn't really step up from their WrestleMania match. Like AJ Styles and Shinsuke, they stepped up from their WrestleMania match. Reigns and Lesnar didn't. The only thing different now was there was a cage surrounding them. In the very end, we know what the cage was for now. They got sent through the cage, both of them. I believe it was Reigns who speared Lesnar, some shit, through the cage. Brock Lesnar lands first. So technically, Brock Lesnar, it's not his feet touch for, I don't know, his fucking body hits the floor first outside the cage. So he wins the match. Brock Lesnar wins and retains his championship. So not only was the match not really fucking good, and I don't even have to say not really, it wasn't good, but on top of that, the ending, what does this do? This just prolongs, what, another Roman Reigns Lesnar match, right? I mean, this is an easy out for WWE. Roman Reigns never really lost that match on his own merits. He lost the match by performing his finisher on Brock. So Roman's gonna be like, what the fuck? That's how I got beat. No, man, that's not, I just don't know where they go from there. You could say maybe they set up a Lashley-Lesnar feud over SummerSlam. Maybe they fucking were able to take that one match extension and drag that out many more matches. Maybe to SummerSlam. Possible. And then who do you have? Lashley? Do you have Braun Strowman, the winner of that fucking huge Rumble match I'll get to in a minute? Or do you prolong Roman Reigns? Until we fucking know, all I can do now is call it like I see it. And that was not good. Not ugly, but I can't say it was good. I don't know where the fuck they're going with that championship. I love Brock Lesnar, you guys know this. But I didn't expect him to keep this thing well over a year and only show up 4 or 5 times on fucking for competition on TV. You know what I mean? A solid year? Fuck yeah, I'm down with that. But then after the year, you have to pass that motherfucking torch to somebody else. Roman should have never even been in that fucking position. I'm okay with Roman being a big star. He should be in that heel role. But the fans have spoken quite loudly. They don't want to see him in that fucking top face role because a top face should not be getting booed by 75% at least of your crowd. So you're prolonging a match that a lot of people from the beginning did not want to see. I'm not going to explain it anymore, guys. It goes into the fucking bad. We go to match number 10. This was the Royal Rumble. Byron Saxton had the line of the fucking night. I forgot when exactly it came, but he goes, it should be illegal to hit someone that hard. And Corey Graves goes, it's WWE, Byron, not preschool. I love the chemistry between Saxton and Graves, man. Byron Saxton is legit gold on commentary. He's cringeworthy on the kickoff show. That's hard to watch. He doesn't really handle himself too well controlling the kickoff show. But on commentary, him and Graves, solid gold. And some of the things, guys, for the Royal Rumble, obviously you can't go over everything. There was a 50 participant over almost an hour and 20 minutes of fucking action. I can't go over everything. But what I will say, some things that stood out to me, Kurt Angle and Elias. You talk about good performances. Kurt Angle had a solid performance, and Elias was one of the show stealers. Elias, a really good performance, man. Dawson eliminating himself after Bobby Roode slingshots him into the turnbuckle. Dawson sells this like a fucking mermaid. Like he doesn't know. I mean, he stands straight up first, then he jumps himself into the turnbuckle, and then once he's on top of it, he makes pretend he hits the fucking the casing of the turnbuckle, and then he stumbles out. Even the commentaries had to call him out on it and say, Dawson pretty much eliminated himself. That's because he did. Dawson is a fucking moron, I tell you, man. That was hard to watch. Tucker Knight from NXT. War Machine and all this shit, I get it, man, but out of all the NXT call-ups you're gonna have out, Tucker Knight? All the people I would have loved to see show up just for one night from NXT, and Tucker Knight? Fuck. Now that was just dumb, guys. Roddy Strong, now that was cool, man. Roddy, right? He gets a showing. Still, there was more talent above Roddy even that I would have liked to have seen, but at least that was cool. Hornswoggle made a return. It was cool to see him waddle more than ever. Hornswoggle waddling down the ring. He looks like he gained a few inches to his left and his right, but he's still booty wiggling around that ring, man. He booty wiggling to the left, he booty wiggling to the right. Hornswoggle's moving around that ring. Didn't take him long to get eliminated, but he was booty wiggling, man. That was good to see Hornswoggle. Randy Orton with one of the pops of the night. I don't think Randy Orton heard a pop like that in years. I didn't know Randy Orton was that popular in Saudi Arabia, but let me tell you, you go back and watch Randy Orton's pop, that son of a bitchin' thing was loud. Even when he was in the ring for a couple of minutes. That crowd was a lot of them on their feet and still cheering vigorously and loudly for Randy Orton. Randy Orton, man, he's big time in Saudi Arabia. Who would have fucking thought? And of course, Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil comes down and he's running and he's got all these things going in my mind. His main thing is probably just don't trip, oh shit. And this motherfucker bobbles and he stumbles and he wobbles and boom, he takes off like a 747. And a 747 can't just stop on a dime. That motherfucking thing is gonna slide on that runway, right? Well, that's what Titus did. He stumbled and he bumbled and he oopsied and he fucking flew underneath the ring, under the apron. What the fuck? That was awesome. How is that not the best thing you have seen all year? In the WWE especially. That made this whole event epic. Titus O'Neil stole the fucking show. Didn't even mean to. That'll be a meme. That'll be a gif. That'll be Vince McMahon's little fucking cuddle bedtime story before he goes to bed every night. That'll define. This is the sad part. That's all the fun. The sad part is this is going to define Titus O'Neil's career. You guys know that, man. So that's kind of sad. But, oh well, it was hilarious. What the fuck was that? Fucking, this guy, what the fuck? He came in. He didn't just fall, stumble. He flew under the ring. How is that possible? All right. I gotta get through this video, guys. So the Royal Rumble itself, there was a moment I thought it was going to end with my amplified booking, the four I said. And that was Daniel Bryan, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. I didn't even see Sami Zayn, though, but Kevin Owens was there almost to the end, and obviously Braun Strowman and Daniel Bryan were there to the end. But Daniel Bryan, guys, 76 minutes and 5 seconds, guys. 1 hour, 16 minutes, 5 seconds, a new record. And not just new. He blew that motherfucker out the water. 76, is that not 14 minutes more than Rey Mysterio's? Wasn't Mysterio like 62 or some shit? Blew it out of the water, a new record holder. Anything other than Daniel Bryan winning this would just be just fucking cruel, right? The only one guy who would win this that wouldn't be necessarily cruel would have to be Braun Strowman. And wouldn't you know, Big Cass is one of the last entrants, and I just knew. I said, Cass is going to be the one to eliminate Daniel Bryan. And sure as fuck enough, sure as the sky is blue on a summer day, there's Big Cass eliminating Daniel Bryan. I could not fucking fathom that. 76 minutes and 5 seconds, man. It would have been so epic to see Daniel Bryan win this match. But the winner to eliminate Big Cass after he eliminated Daniel Bryan was Braun Strowman. So no harm, no foul. Daniel Bryan with an epic showing. Braun Strowman gets the victory. I was okay if that flip-flop too. Braun Strowman with an epic performance and Daniel Bryan gets the win. So either way you wanted to flip it. Some of your last couple of participants had to be Daniel Bryan and Braun Strowman at the end, and it was. And I like how Big Cass was at the very end with them, though. Big Cass, I said in my last SmackDown review video in reaction, Big Cass could be a star coming up. I liked a lot what I saw from Big Cass this past Tuesday night on SmackDown, and he had a big moment in the Royal Rumble here, making it all the way to the end, even though he was one of the last entrants, but that's not the point. So I look for big things from Big Cass in the future. Braun Strowman celebrates in the ring with the new trophy. This big-ass gold trophy, very good for him. Doesn't really mean a lot, right? But it is more significant than the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, at least. Sorry, Baron Corbin, not sorry. Sorry, Mojo Rawley, sorry, not sorry. But Braun Strowman wins the whole motherfucking charade. Congrats to him. But for me, the real winner in this was Daniel Bryan, guys. 76 minutes, 5 seconds. I would say Daniel Bryan stole the show, but Titus O'Neil was running to the fucking ring, tripped, and he flew under the ring. What the fuck was that? What was that? What the fuck was that? Come on, guys. You gotta rewatch that, man. This mother, he couldn't stop. You saw him do the initial stumble, and then he stumbled 2, 3, and it was just too much momentum. And he was probably all greased up. You know, the wrestlers, they just put fucking oils and water on themselves, and especially the ones with the longer hair to make it look like their hair's all fucking, it's all greased up. And they want their skin to shine under the lights, so they'll spray water on themselves, they'll grease up. So Titus must have been all fucking washed up, and he fucking sorry, Daniel Bryan, Titus steals the fucking show. All fun aside, guys, that was a fun Friday afternoon, man. It was really cool to suspend a lot of my work and just dedicate an afternoon, whether it's Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. No, Sunday, Saturday is more for sports anyway, but a Monday through a Friday to spend an afternoon watching a WWE pay-per-view / special event, that doesn't come around often. That was a lot of fun. From the pre-show all the way to the end, which was almost 5 o'clock. So 11 a.m. Eastern time to 6 fucking hours. And I was entertained. Some matches better than others. Some finishers way better than others. But entertained? Absolutely, man. And I just love pro wrestling anyway, especially the WWE. So I'm sure I was going to love it either way. I'm glad that, for the most part, other than Lesnar and Reigns, which could have been epically better than it was in the storytelling and all of that bullshit, I think everything else on this pay-per-view was good for me because nothing else really belonged in the bad. And nothing at all was ugly. Titus's fall, trip, slide, Titus's new meme and gif, and Titus becoming the new joke of WWE, that's not even ugly. That's just fucking epic. That is awesome. And I hope Titus O'Neil has fun with this, man. I don't necessarily want to see him play this clown character going forward and always tripping and stumbling, but hopefully he has some fun with this. He looked pretty pissed afterwards when he was in the ring. That was the greatest Royal Rumble, guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching it. Thank you for you guys who joined me on Twitter. We had a lot of fun as I live tweeted to you guys and had a lot of fun with that Titus shit as well. Lots of coffee and ass whippings, not just today, but going forward, guys. This is my last video for the foreseeable future. Not too long, hopefully. I do not think at all I'm going to be able to be with you guys for Backlash. Hopefully not long after, but we'll have to see. But I'm going to step away for a little bit. I have to clear my head before I finish my movie Tyler's Day 30, do some stuff with HBO, some side projects as well. And I want to clear my head, like I said. So I just want to go to Florida for a few days, underneath some palm trees with some bright sun, get my tan on, and just relax before a hectic May. So that's it, guys. Thank you for the last fucking year. It's been fucking epic, and I cannot wait to be back with you guys. This is not goodbye. This is a see you soon. No, it's not even see you soon. This is check you later. Can't wait to see you guys again in the future, man. Hopefully you guys stick right here with the channel. And hopefully it won't be long before I'm back with you guys. Check you.